Con time with friends in San Francisco, attending a concert. This is in Niagara Falls, 2022 May. His birthday dinner, 2021. One of his backpacking trips. This is the last Mother's Day, last May. Suchir and I went for my birthday. This is a celebration. The same day. He's listening to music. I'm with William, one of his close friends. One of the backpacking trips.
3 months old, he used to wake up from the swing and he used to say, Amma. That's mom in my language. And that's the most touchy moment for me. Like, and the doctor said he's gifted. The very moment he said he speaks a word, he associates a word to recognize a person at 3 months, that shows he's gifted. That's when we started to know about his ability. In 2020, he accepted part-time job with OpenAI and he started working there full-time from summer of 2021. Within 6 months, he was leading a project which is a research paper for WebGPT. When I read that research paper, I knew it's going to be something really big, and that turned into be ChatGPT. Even there, when the ChatGPT was having a lot of performance issues and all, Suchir was the one who found a bug in the code, who optimized it, and they were able to release. I cannot believe they can take life of such a person. I cannot believe. It's totally inhuman, I can say. I went at 1 o'clock. They came by 1:07 or 1:09. They went inside, 2 SFFT and 2 police, junior officers. They came back in 10 minutes and say, oh, we didn't enter. There's a security protocol. But we see in the police report 113, they marked him no more. And I'm anxiously waiting, walking up and down. I can see that in the body cam. They didn't tell me anything. Then 2 more officers came and the officers sent me for lunch. I can't believe they can be so cruel. That was a woman. Then the male, a tall male officer, he said, ma'am, it will take 3 to 4 hours or maybe 5-6 hours. You should go home. We'll inform you. You should be with your family. Even then, it didn't strike to me. Why? Because when I went there, I told them, all I want to know is just confirm and tell me my son's toothbrush is not there, his laptop phone is not there. So I know he's traveling. Maybe he's disturbed or stressed and he doesn't want to talk to anyone. But this was when I saw the coroner's van around 3 or 2:40, my heart sank. I had serious suspicion. I ran to them and I asked them. They said, we've come to pick up a dead body. I called my husband and he's still not ready to believe. So I had to deal with all that alone. 3 hours I'm sitting here and there, and then at 4 o'clock I went inside the leasing office apartment. Then they come and tell me, your son shot himself.
One of the backpacking trips. This is the most recent trip, one of the last few photos of Sushir in his birthday trip.
They wouldn't let me go into the apartment. Police had to fight with them, and police said he was not allowing. Medical examiner said, this is your son's key. You're going to take over the apartment. You can go anytime. But the apartment people, no, you can't go until we clean. And in that state of mind, like, I didn't even know if I could go inside and see the crime scene, right? And they said, until we will clean, we will, then you can go. But next day when I called a homicide unit, they said, we are not investigating. But one officer said, ma'am, if you doubt it, just go get his devices. Medical examiner said, no, we are not investigating. Police will investigate. Both are passing buck to each other. Then I was literally, I called up the guy who picked up the body and literally put him under test. Did you take the pictures? Are you going to do autopsy? He said, you can take the body tomorrow. Next day, they released the body. Not even 12 hours. Not even 12 hours. And what they did was they told us, don't see him because his face is gone.